Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Real Estate Confessions, where real estate, cultura, and generational wealth collide. We are three real estate girlies spilling the tea, closing deals, and confessing everything. Yes, you heard that right. Everything. From wild client stories to generational building wins, nothing is off limits here, so let's confess. I'm Esme,
My name's Naomi.
And I'm Rosalind.
and today's guest is proof that where you start doesn't define where you can go. He's a talented tattoo artist, a newer real estate agent, and someone who's rewriting his story in real time. Even when it's hard, if you ever felt like your past might hold you back, you need to hear this one. So please help us welcome Enrique Ortega.
We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me. This is thank you for the opportunity. This is really cool. This is my first podcast ever, so
Hey.
it should be interesting.
All right.
Well, we're excited that we're here to have you first. So we just want to start from the beginning. How did you get started into tattooing, and what's something you planned or something that push you no like that your life pushed you into?
Tattooing, I was always an artist, so it was kind of like a divine destiny type of deal. You know, it just easily transitioned from me just drawing and doodling in my notebooks to going into tattooing.
Mm-hmm. I remember you said you were tagger, right? You used to tag up.
Oh yeah, I would tag up walls and stuff, and that's how the first time I got arrested was tagging in behind the Kmart in Franklin Park. Yeah.
Was there a moment where you were like, this is not just art, this is my second chance?
Not to sound so ignorant, but I didn't even think of anything. You know, I was just a rebel child. You know, like a Bart Simpson. You know,
Like, madre.
yeah,
Total.
just hanging out, hip hop. You know, breakdancing, graffiti, skateboarding. You know, like listening to punk rock and Wu
At the
Tang
next
Clan.
company party, we need to see your dance
Hey.
moves. We need to see.
Oh no!
I know how to have a good time.
Hey, I think I saw a reel where you're like breakdancing and you were literally spinning like boing boing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a reel between me and another lender. We're looking for ideas to create content, and I was like, man, Step Brothers.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
Step Brothers, where they're like, you know, we have so much space, and we were doing a open house over on Oglesby on the south side, and it was huge house, like 2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
The living room was like you could rent it out for halls.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh,
stop.
wow.
No, for real, it was huge. So I was like, man, like there's so much space here. Let's do a skit here. So then we ended up doing Step Brothers, and you know we're dancing around. And I was like, man, I gotta take it to 100.
Yeah.
So I just went and I did my thing, and like he was just like being nonchalant in the background.
Yeah. He's just trying to do this.
And then
Yep.
like after we finished, he was like, "Oh my god, like I didn't know you could do that."
You gotta
All
pop
right.
out the moves.
I got tricks up my sleeve.
So going back to tattooing, do you think that you've obviously tattooed many different people, right? And everybody comes for different things.
Yes.
Do you think that sometimes your art heals or helps people, through the tattoo?
I feel like you know everybody has their why to coming in and getting tattooed. You know, everybody has their own reason. It's not just because of them getting healed. You know, they're celebrating, they're mourning. You know, and just because.
Yeah.
You know, just on impulse. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I've learned. You know, like the psychology of selling and why people buy.
Yeah. Everybody has a why.
You know, everybody has a why, you know, and sometimes their why is really great and sometimes their why is really dumb, you know, so I just got to like kind of find out what it is and what they're looking for, you know. I feel like going into sales is very much like going into sales is very much like a doctor trying to find out what's wrong with a patient.
Yeah.
You know, so we're just asking questions, we're doing tests, we're seeing if this works, we're seeing if that doesn't work, you know, just trying to find a balance within things until they absolutely love what they're seeing and what they're getting, and you know, and they love the product that they just got.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of your work. It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Give us what's one tattoo that like really stuck with you, whether it was like the meaning behind it or how it made you feel like.
It's not really the tattoo per se. It's more of the person that I tattooed. I tattooed this kid. He was fresh out of high school, and he started off with the Virgin Mary, and then it went up to a Jesus piece. No, a San Judas, and it just ended up being really religious. And then I was like, man, you know, like this kid, he was young. He was kind of crazy, you know, like every time he comes over and I tattoo him, it's a good time, you know, like it's a party.
Yeah.
You know, and he's from Indiana. All my Indiana clients, you know, they're my Indianimals.
Yeah.
You know, because they're something else, those people, you know. Indianimals are something else. But no, you know, like I got to see this kid grow up, you know. He was just a party animal and ended up learning how to weld, got into welding, and then, you know, and then he became like a badass welder. Excuse my language, but you know, he was a really good welder. And after that, you know, me tattooing his whole sleeve and doing his leg sleeve, like he just sent me his brother, his brother's girlfriend's dad. I tattooed the brother's girlfriend. You know, so it just like it just snowballed effect. So, you know, if you do a good job, you know, in sales and you provide a good product, you know, it's just gonna snowball effect and everybody's just gonna catch wind.
Yeah.
So I think that segues me perfectly right into my next question, because so now that you're in real estate, like that's a completely new lane.
Yeah.
And like, what made you want to step into this space?
It's more of a spiritual thing more than anything else. I came to a point in life where, you know, I started getting into building a relationship with Jesus Christ. And, you know, like I'm not perfect, you know, like nobody is, you know, but I do read my Bible from time to time. I'm learning and growing with that. And, you know, like I just felt like all the doors being closed at, you know, in tattooing. So at that point in time, I was like praying and I was like, God, you know, like give me a sign. I had already like a bunch of cancellations for the week. Like my money got cut off.
Yeah.
If I don't tattoo, I don't make money.
Yes, correct.
I don't have no other full-time job. Like that's what I depend on to pay my bills. You know? So yeah, man, like yeah. Like, you know, like I just had this intervention kind of with God, you know, and I was just crying into my Bible.
Yeah.
Like literally tears into my Bible. I went to sleep tired. I woke up and boom, career night. You know, like hey, come on down.
Like social media or?
Yeah. Actually, Stephanie Hernandez from Allstate.
Yeah.
She had posted it up, and she was already like inquiring me about getting tattooed. About her getting tattooed, me tattooing her.
Yeah.
Not me getting tattooed. But yeah, she was already inquiring with me, and I seen that she had posted a career night. So then I was like let's go. You know, I ended up inviting one of my homies that worked with me, and we just like we were there meeting and had a good time.
Yeah.
Had a good time at the career night. Met a lot of agents. You know, I was very much inspired, but you know, but real estate was something that I've always like wanted to do. Just knowing that like there's thousands of homes everywhere is real estate. You know, whatever building that we're in is real estate. You know, I got into tattooing because I was like, man, there's hundreds of people.
Yeah.
How many people can I tattoo? You know, so I just thought of it by the numbers. You know.
Okay. So, coming from a background of tattooing, did you ever think that maybe real estate wasn't meant for you, or did you have a difficult time like transitioning to your new role?
Um, you know, I'm still having difficulty right now,
Hmm.
because like at the beginning, like I thought I had it planned out. I had clients already wanting to buy homes and investors that I tattoo already that want to work with me. And then once I was showed up, hey,
I really did get
I
my
got
license.
I got my license. What's up? They're like, everybody's like, no, we got too much work going on right now. We'll
Yeah.
let you know, or no, we're not ready to buy. We're not ready to sell. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be tougher than I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to cold call. Still having difficulty with that. I learned how to do open houses.
Mhm.
I'm good with the people, with peopling.
Yes.
Face to face, touching, but on the phone and emails,
Yeah.
I am not really like. I need to learn how to do that better.
Let's clarify. Like, how long have you been in the business,
I've
real
been
estate wise?
I've been in real estate since May.
Okay.
It's July, so
So
two
what's
months.
that like? Oh my God.
2
So
months.
that's when we met. You probably.
I'm a baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and this is something that Esme and I talked about, I think the last week, is that I think sometimes, like you said, people, when they, before you get your license, everybody's like, loves, like, oh yeah, I'm going to real estate school, blah, blah. Everybody's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll hire you. And everybody hypes you up. And then when it comes down to it, all those likes, all those whatever, they don't translate into business.
Mhm.
So you realize that the hard way. Now, what is your plan moving forward?
My plan moving forward, well, I've just been going back and cold calling my tattoo clients.
Mm-hmm.
I went through everybody on my phone.
Yeah.
I went through um, a few expireds.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to find out what's my niche.
Yes,
Where
yes,
am I
correct.
comfortable at right now, so I could build some type of income, and not even income. I'm just focusing on my first sale.
Yes. Okay.
The first little objective that I'm like, that I'm put in front of. I'm just trying to get over that hurdle,
Yeah.
and just be like, hey, got a first one. What's up?
Yes.
Like.
Yeah. I
But
think
this
that's
is what I
the
provide.
challenging part. Mhm.
This is what I do, because I already have 10 years with customer service doing
Yeah.
tattooing.
Yeah.
So that those 10 years of customer service of tattooing is everything that I do in tattooing and what I provide as a tattoo artist. And
Yeah.
it's gonna transfer over,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be able to show my worth. Because as a tattoo artist, I already go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do the same here.
Yeah.
Pay attention to detail, make sure I know and I find out everybody's needs and wants,
Yeah.
and just be genuine and not
Yeah.
really try to look for the bag.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to shoot out and get the bag, but it's more than that. It's just about building a relationship with your client and looking out for their best interest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Correct. And you're in a good place because Realty America offers a lot of training, and you have us. So
Yeah.
we met you like what, a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
You were like, hey, what's up? You just came up to us, and we're like, hey, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
You
Wanna
seem
do a
cool.
video?
I do it too. You want to do some videos together? You're like, sure. And like we called you. You were like, hey, you want to come and do some tattoos for us?
Yeah.
You were like, okay, bet. You want to do a podcast? Okay. And I see you're always doing open houses, and I see that you're out there doing what a lot of agents don't want to do. So that stuck out to me, and I was like, wow, this person is really like doing their best. They're showing up. I see your open houses. I see your social media. You're trying to grow it, and I saw that you were putting more attention. I gave you some tips, I think, when we first met, and I saw that you took those on.
Mhm.
So I see that you're really trying, and I think that's key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's important for me to be coachable, especially in something new, because I don't know how to be, like, sometimes I'm not politically correct,
Mm-hmm.
and the tattoo artist in me just like
Yeah.
eases its way out. And, sometimes like I still don't know how to be professional, because I'm just so used to just not being professional in a sense, but still keep my professionalism as a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You know?
I think maybe it's because of the like the opinion of, or the view of what you think is professional.
Yeah.
But you being professional, so you actually tattooed us yesterday, all three
Yeah.
of us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you were super professional. You were like in between clients. You did what you had to do. So in your setting, you were professional. I think it's just learning to find out what professional is in a real estate agent.
I think my definition of like super professionalism is being corporate.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think real estate is that.
That could be professional,
Yeah.
but I think that there's so many settings that's not. To me, that's not like the pentacle of being professional.
Really?
No, what you did yesterday with us, that was professional.
You think so?
Yeah.
You like literally, you were like, okay, I'm gonna clean my instruments. You were like in between. You were like, hold on, we're gonna do this and that. Like, give me a break. You know, like you're trying to make sure that we're sanitize and do
Yeah.
everything correctly. That's being professional.
Yeah, and
So-
I know you're pointing out like the differences in both, but what are some of like the overlaps? Because it is like a hustle of real estate and tattooing. Like what there has to be, and I almost, it seems like a good transition because I was being a baby and you were like just like in real estate, you have to guide your clients
Yeah.
through it, and you guided me through. I was literally
Rosalind was almost
being,
crying.
yeah. I only
Well,
made it through because Esme.
She was going through it, but no, you know, like just like that, you know, like what I'm seeing as like first time home buyers, it's a very nerve wracking decision for a lot of
We
people.
overthink it.
They
Like,
overthink it. You don't have the knowledge, so you not having the knowledge, it scares you.
Yeah.
You know that's the thing about fear. You know, you fear everything that you don't know.
Correct.
You know,
Correct. 100%.
but fear, like once you get over that fear, like you're unstoppable. You know, fear. I have an acronym for fear, and it's false evidence appearing real.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, false
Okay.
evidence appearing real. Mark Dimas told me that one. Shout out to Mark Dimas. And yeah, you know, and after he told me that, I was like, oh man, like that makes a lot of sense. You know, like you could be blindfolded, and there could be a little bench right there. The little bench might not hurt you as bad,
Yeah.
but if you're blindfolded, you're walking over there, and somebody's like, wait, there's something right there in front of you.
Yeah, you don't know what it is.
You don't
yeah.
know what it is, and they're not telling you exactly what it is or what the object is. You know, you're gonna be like, hold up.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, am I gonna die?
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of
that's
deal?
true. That's true. And you know what? That's what I've learned. Even right now with the political climate, a lot of people don't know, and that's why they're scared of what they don't know because they don't understand it.
Yeah. So so like transitioning, like, is the same thing. It's just about like, you know, babying everybody. You know, like
Yeah.
they're there.
Yeah,
It's
you
okay.
gotta hold their hand.
Hold their hand. Walk them through the whole process.
yeah.
You know.
You
tell
got
them-
me. You're like, just one more line.
Just one more line. Yeah, I'm like, hold on, like you're
He was doing
kind of
leaves.
like, yeah, you're kind of like, oh, like hold on, and I was like, hold on, you know, like let me just do one
Breathe.
more line,
Like, yeah.
and then you know, like I'll give you a little break, and then you know, like it's
Like,
that's-
almost-
So you know she was done. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone who's been through a lot and is thinking about giving up in real estate? Because let's be real, like there's pressure, right? Like
yeah, there's mad pressure going on in real estate, you know, like the work you put in is the work you get out of it, you know. So if you're not putting in the work, you know, or if there's something that you're not doing, you know, always ask people like, what am I not doing right? You know, somebody that's looking from the outside in is always going to be honest with you, you know, and
Yeah.
especially in real estate, everybody's going to be super honest and super vocal about it, and it's going to be straight to the point, like super cutthroat,
Yeah.
you know, like, and what they tell you, they don't care. It's not going to benefit them.
Yeah,
You
we're
know
trying to
what
help
I'm
you
saying?
out, and I think it's
But-
the culture again. That's
uh-huh.
I think with that real estate of America culture,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you go to different brokerages, some people don't even. You ask for help, and they'll be like, "What? Oh, you know, you can just look it up."
because they're your competition.
Yeah.
Roa
Yeah.
doesn't see you.
But Ro's a little bit different. They have a different culture where they're like, "Hey, you guys have to help each other out."
There was
Yeah.
a saying that when we met with the other Enrique, it's like collaboration
Collaboration.
happens at the top, and how did it go?
competition's like at the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
So we're
yeah.
collaborating, and
Yeah.
we are, and that's like the culture. With well, you got lucky because you came into Realty of America, so that's the culture that there's like, hey, you have to help each other out. And Enrique, every time I talk to him, he's like, remember, collaboration over competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, like if you are out for collaboration and over like trying to make a dollar,
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna work better, you know, because if there's some type of interest behind it, then you know, you're more prone to getting backstabbed or
Yeah.
somebody lying to you or somebody trying to be sneaky
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. You know, it's best to just you know, like, do the favor just because, you know, and you're gonna build that way.
Correct. Build relationships.
Mhm,
Because this is a relationship
yeah.
business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and tattooing, nothing like that. You know, everybody has their own little cliques.
Yeah.
Every tattoo shop was its own like little clubhouse of a
Mhm.
clique.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you go in there and you try to get a job there, you know, they'll see how you are, your vibe and all that, and if they feel you, you're brought on, and if they don't, then, you know, hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now, let's get into confession time. Whether in real estate or tattooing, what's been your craziest experience?
My craziest experience. I've only been in real estate for a couple months, but my craziest experiences. I was doing the staging.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the staging, and like I thought the place wasn't like I thought the place was vacant.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
comes out that the seller of the house, he was living downstairs in the basement.
Oh. Uh-huh.
He was living in the basement, like on tiger blankets
Yeah.
from
Serapis?
Mexico. Yeah,
San Marcos?
yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
tiger blank.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, the tiger blankets from Mexico. Like, it was really like dark and dingy. Like, you could tell that he hung up his Sunday's best. He had like a cool jacket, like a
Yeah.
cool suede jacket,
Yeah.
and like a tejana in there, and like
Yeah.
a bunch of beer bottles. And then he like
Bachelor.
we were doing staging, so then like he came out and like bought us beer.
Oh.
He was like, oh, I was like, all right, cool, you know, like
Yeah, that's
that was a
sweet.
cool time, you know. But then like there's like I'm getting to understand like there's in real estate like people's why to selling or buying,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like I'm seeing like the dark side to it, you know,
Yeah.
where people are dealing with death and divorces and, you know, and their own family members like trying to put their names on
Oh my
deeds
goodness. Yeah.
while their parents are in the hospital,
That
and
they're in no fight.
yeah,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, like those types
Trauma.
of dramas, you know,
Yeah.
like that
Some
that's
people-
real, you know, and it just pops up out of nowhere, and I hear everybody talking about it, and then I see like my own friends that
Wow.
want me to help them in the future
Yeah.
once they resolve that issue.
Mhm.
Yeah,
you know?
because but the best way to prevent that is to prevent. Because I had an issue just now that came up with a friend who said that she had another friend who offered to help her like buy a house, and now the friend's like, okay, well, I don't want the house under my name anymore. Like, pay up. And now she's like, wait a minute, like that's not what we agreed to. So now it's like, you know, doing
It's a
all off the
mess.
book agreements is not.
Damn.
It doesn't benefit anybody at the end, really, except, I mean, maybe one person, but then usually it's not the person who made the payments.
All right. So we always ask our guests to leave us with these three questions. So give us a food recommendation, something bomb that's like slept on, like preferably like mom and pop.
Yes.
It's your favorite food place.
Favorite food place?
You can't say paisans. I know you said paisans.
I love pizza. I love my pizza. I love my pizza. Favorite food place? I don't know. Lately, I've been doing a lot of Quesaveria Jalisco,
Okay.
owned by Ricky Ventura.
Uh-huh.
He's
On
another-
Pulaski?
No, on
Oh.
18th Street.
Pilsen?
Yeah, in Pilsen.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got a
I'll have
dope
to check it
story.
out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's got a dope story. He went to jail, did federal time,
Oh, shit.
learned about marketing in jail.
Yeah.
Came out of jail, went to Mexico.
Learn how to make birria.
Learned how to make birria, but he was doing like he had like one of the best jobs out of Mexico, and that's
Oh.
like doing tourism.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he was like the chief of whatever
Mhm.
in tourism. I'm sorry if I'm like messing
Yeah,
up
whatever.
titles.
No, you're fine.
and-
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, he went through some drama and came over here came back to the United States and started up Quesabirria, Jalisco.
Wow.
He was selling quesabirrias like out on in a little village, from like a little tent
Wow.
to opening up his storefront.
That's badass.
He's going super viral.
Mm-hmm.
He's opening up another storefront on the north side. I think that's where he says that he's originally from, or where he
Wow.
originally opened up.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Next
sure.
one. Okay. Who do you look up to in business?
Who do I look up to in business?
And I know you have 2 careers.
Yeah.
So it could be either or.
Okay.
Someone you admire.
Besides us.
Besides that, all right. So tattoo wise, Mr. Cartoon.
Mm.
Mr. Cartoon, man, Mr. Cartoon. You probably seen him all over the place.
He's an artist?
He's an artist. He's a tattoo artist.
Mm.
He's an artist ever since, he has done shoes with like Nike. He's got his own
Wow.
Nike Cortezes. He tattooed 50 Cent, Eminem.
Wow.
Shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he owned he's like the highest paid tattoo artist out in California.
Wow.
And like his whole thing is not just the tattoo, but bringing the whole experience.
Yeah.
You go get tattooed by him, like you enter his studio or whatever.
Mhm.
It's his playground, like
Yeah.
he's got a garage full of lowriders.
Oh shit.
that
You're all
are
into that
airbrushed.
Chicano
Yeah,
culture.
I love it. Like that's my
That's
jam.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you enter his studio. I never been there, but it's all lowriders. It's all of his commissioned works.
Wow.
He's really dope at marketing.
Yeah.
So every little thing that he does, he's just monetizing every little thing
That's
that he can
awesome.
do
Mhm.
with that. With real estate, lately I've been watching a lot of Ben Malla.
Okay.
Ben Malla, he's like a commercial mogul
Mm, you
out
were
in
telling
Florida.
me about him.
Yeah, he's a commercial mogul, super hilarious, super hilarious. Like if you guys watch his vlogs, like it's just him like bossing around his 3 sons,
Yeah.
and he's just like super like unapologetic. He tells it how it is, but then like he shows how he runs the numbers and the comps, and he's driving around
Yeah.
and he's showing like what a short sale is, and
Yeah.
like what he does for foreclosures, how he runs foreclosures. Like
That's awesome.
he's sitting at a foreclosure and he's like whispering to the camera, like, man, like there's somebody right here like just bidding up so that the homeowner could get what he wants, and as
Yeah.
soon as they go over, like he's like bullying him. He's like, hey, why don't you bid over, like keep bidding, and the guy's
funny.
like, no,
He likes to
no,
talk
no.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Okay, and lastly, leave us with like a nugget, maybe something for someone that probably thinks they can't win because of their past. Leave us.
You're not. I feel like once you're not at the top of the mountain until you look up. You'll feel like you reached up to a pinnacle in life and feel like, all right, like this is it. But then like you look up and there's still way more mountain to go.
Yeah.
There's so much more else to do. Like don't be afraid to restart all over again. That's why life is life and life is beautiful, because if life was always good, it gets boring.
Correct.
You gotta have the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that's what makes it interesting. If you don't have the good, the bad, and the ugly in life, and you're not afraid to restart all over again and take leaps of faith, then
Then what is life?
then what is life? What are you living for? Why are you living for it? You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like might as well just be stuck working at the same place and being miserable and just playing it safe all the time.
And with that being said, that wraps up today's episode in Real Estate Confessions.
But
Enrique.
But wait.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, hold on. There's more.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
there's
I almost
more.
There is
forgot.
more. Okay. So what?
Bonus segment.
Yes. So one lucky winner can win a tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
A
We
free
did talk about
tattoo from Enrique. He's really good. You can check out his work. So we're gonna give you the instructions on how to enter for this raffle.
Watch our posts on Instagram. We'll let you know how to enter.
Yes.
And it's a good size. He said a hand.
A hand size?
And it's
So-
Enrique's hand, not your hand. So if you
So
have a
it's a
really
big-
big hand and you
it's a
try
nice
to
size.
show
Yeah,
up,
I don't have mitts.
you know.
I'm only 5'5".
So and you know, like again, he does really good work. So looking forward to that.
And I was suggesting, I don't know if he's going to do it, but maybe if you buy or sell with him, he get you a free tat at the new house.
Oh yeah,
He'll touch you
oh,
up.
Yeah, that's actually
Pa
a good
estrenar,
one.
pa
'Cause
estrenar.
we need it for his first sale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a special
that's
one.
right.
Mhm.
That's right. That's
Whole
right.
back piece for the first
Yeah.
one.
No, I'm kidding. He's like, what?
We can start it.
We can
start
do
it.
everything's negotiable.
Everything's
negotiable.
That's right. Yeah.
So watch out for our post, and we're also gonna add our little tattoos that we got.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna show
So
you.
stay tuned to that post.
say
It's
lift
gonna
'em,
be
girly.
in our Instagram at Real Estate Confessions.
And make sure to follow us. Follow us and send it to people that you would think would want to follow us as well, or would find our stuff interesting.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's a wrap on today's episode. Enrique, thank you so much for coming on and
Thank
keeping
you.
it real.
I appreciate
Showing
y'all.
us that your past does not have to define who you will become in the future. And if today's episodes hit home to you, or if you know it will really give someone inspiration, send this to a friend or a family member. And don't forget to follow, share, and like, and send us your confession story at real estate confess. Oh no, just kidding. At estateconfess@gmail.com, or follow us on IG on Real Estate Confessions.
Just DM
Just
us.
DM us, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.